Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tim from Arm Wrestling Secrets, and I wanted to talk today about why no breakdown videos. Okay, so I get a lot of comments about, or suggestions or requests to do breakdown videos of some of the superstar arm wrestlers like Levon and John Brzenk and Michael Todd and Devin Lorette and Matt Mask and things like that, okay? And here's why I'm not going to do that, and I'll make myself, I'll make this perfectly understandable, I should think. Okay, so who is not going to be at your next arm wrestling match? Who are you not going to be arm wrestling with at your next arm wrestling match? Think about who's going to be there. Think about who your opponents are going to be. Who are your opponents going to be? Guess who they're not going to be, man? They're not going to be John Brzenk. They're not going to be Michael Todd. They're not going to be Devin Lorette. They're not going to be Matt Mask, and they're not going to be Levon. They're not going to be any of those top flight arm wrestlers. More than likely, not for the rest of your life. Those are the best arm wrestlers in the whole world. That's like practicing basketball because you're going to try to be like Michael Jordan. No, you're not. Those people are John Brzenk and Levon, Devin Lorette. Those men are superhuman strong. You don't need to agree with me on that. I don't care. They're superhuman strong. It goes back to my one of my first videos when I did my little comeback here, which was the dangers of pro advice. Okay, if you're going to videos of John Brzenk and Devin Lorette and Matt Mask and arm wrestling each other, Toddzilla, okay, all arm wrestling each other, and you're thinking that's going to help you beat your next opponent, who is certainly not them. Okay, and I want this to be perfectly clear for a lot of the, especially beginning arm wrestlers. A lot of you guys who've been around a while, you'll know exactly what I mean. A lot of you beginners, you won't know what I'm talking about, and this may be the reason you're watching all those videos. When I first got into arm wrestling, I watched a lot of, this is after YouTube came out, okay? Once YouTube came out and there was arm wrestling available to watch after a few years of internet, of course it was exciting to watch. And in the last few years, there's been so much more arm wrestling available to watch than even there was 4 years ago when I put out my initial video series, okay? But what I wanted to tell you guys is that you need to focus on you. You need to. This channel is not only about training and preparing for tournament arm wrestling, not playing around in the backyard with your friends, okay? This is about training, preparing, and competing in tournament arm wrestling, okay? And so watching all of those guys arm wrestle, watching all the superstars arm wrestle and thinking that that's gonna help make you better is a huge mistake. And like I said, you don't need to agree, but I'm going to explain why, okay? Now, you watch, let's take John Brzenk for an example. You can watch footage of him for 25 or 30 years, okay? And you watch some of the moves that he's using to beat some of his opponents. Let's say you watch John Brzenk beat Michael Todd a couple years ago, okay? There's only a couple people in the whole world that could have put Michael Todd into a hook and forced him down to the pad the way he did. At the UAL, this is a few years ago when they went at it, okay? And a lot of people would think, oh, that's what I would do if I arm wrestled Michael Todd. No, what you would do if you arm wrestled Michael Todd is your arm would fly off to the pad and you'd get smashed and slammed and the match would be over in about a second. Okay, so if you're taking advice by watching a lot of those breakdown videos, and here's the thing, I'm not saying stop watching breakdown videos. Watch as many as you want, 24 hours a day. It's not going to make you a better arm wrestler. It's good entertainment though, and I'm not saying there's not an entertainment factor to tuning in and watching like Schoolboy take on a bunch of people or watching breakdown videos of Lorette versus some other top flight pros. But remember, the tournament, think about your next opponents. Think about who's going to be at your tournament. What do you have to do to win your tournament? You don't have to beat John Brzenk. You don't have to be as good as John Brzenk. You don't need to be as good as Devin Lorette. You will never beat Devin Lorette. You'll probably never arm wrestle any of those guys, okay? And that's no offense, okay? That's no offense at all. Prepare for your competitions. Prepare for your competitions. Think about what you can do to make yourself better in the meantime, and stop trying to take advice from all those top flight pros. Like I said, it's exactly the same as trying to watch Michael Jordan with the idea that what he shows you is going to make you a better basketball player. Now, just take a quick example here. Let's say you had 10 personal lessons with Michael Jordan. And I really want to, that's why I want to make it, I want to take this outside of arm wrestling because it helps, and then I'll bring it back real quickly, okay? Let's say you had 10 personal sessions with Michael Jordan. You're 5'10" and 180 pounds. You're like a regular guy, okay? You have 10 sessions with Michael Jordan, personal training sessions for him to teach you the secrets of basketball, okay? After those 10 sessions, do you really believe you're gonna come out of there and just be able to start wasting everybody that you couldn't beat before? I don't think so. I don't think so. You're going to know a few things, you're going to know a few moves, but your athleticism hasn't changed. Your body's still the same. You're not suddenly 6'6". You can't suddenly fly through the air. You can't suddenly do all of the moves that Michael Jordan can do. Now, let's bring it back to arm wrestling, okay? Let's say you have 10 personal training sessions with Devin Lorette, okay? He's going to show you everything he knows in 10-hour-long training sessions. Now, same question. Let's say you're doing okay at the table against your buddies. You're doing okay at the tournaments. Let's say you go and you train with him 10 sessions. After that, he's going to give you his advice. Okay, it's not like you're training with him for 3 years and you're doing all the weights and the table time. You're just doing some training sessions and you're getting his advice. Very much like watching a breakdown video. You're getting some advice on some of the techniques at the table. Okay, he would give you perhaps a lot of fantastic advice and everything else, but if you think that after those 10 sessions that you would somehow come back and start dominating at the table, that's not going to happen. That would never happen. You need to get stronger first to be able to apply the techniques you're seeing the superstars do. So to close the video, there will be no breakdown videos on this channel because they don't apply to you and they're not important for making you a better tournament arm wrestler. This channel is about making you your best. I don't care about the top flight professionals. If somebody wrote in and said, hey, I'm arm wrestling John Brzenk next week, can you give me a few pointers? Yeah, I could give you a few pointers, but that's probably not you, okay? So focus on yourself, focus on your own tournaments, stop watching that top flight advice because until you're as strong as those guys, those techniques won't work for you. So I hope this was instructive to you guys and have an awesome day.